Welcome to the movement component of this September's Manifest and Move workshop. So as I mentioned in the previous video, we'll be working on activating and balancing our Manipura chakra, our solar plexus chakra, which is associated with Virgo as a zodiac sign, as we are in the Virgo new moon. So if you would like to pop on some music, feel free. I've attached the Spotify playlist to this video if you would like to use it. Otherwise, you can listen to whatever you like. That's totally fine. Your movement, your choice. So we're going to start seated on your mat. Bring your hands to your knees and just sit up nice and tall. Really lengthen your lower spine out of your pelvis. Feel the sit bones pressing gently into the earth as the crown of the head reaches to the ceiling. Close your eyes here just for a couple of moments and just really feel into your breath. You can make these breaths a little deeper if you like. Really breathing into the belly, letting the torso fill up with air. Then as you exhale, softening the chest and the belly all the way down. Just noticing as you focus on your breath that you're not clenching your jaw or your forehead. It's super easy to sort of take some tension into the body when we start to focus on our breath. But as we are breathing to try and ground and unwind our bodies, we just want to be mindful of those little automatic responses when we're concentrating on something. So you may need to swallow a few times or open the jaw a couple of times, yawn, anything like that. Just taking a few more breaths. That nice, tall, but still casual, relaxed sitting posture. Taking one more breath. Sighing it out. When you're ready, if you would like to, open your eyes. So hands are going to stay on the knees. We take a nice big inhale, puff the chest forward, squeeze your shoulder blades and stick your bottom out behind you. So we're finding a cow shape in our seat. And then going for our seated cat, you're going to scoop the belly round through the spine. Hold on to your knees so you've got a little bit of an anchor. And then inhale, come up into your cow. Exhale into your cat. One more time, inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, round it back. As you come up, we're sort of taking our cat-cow but adding in a little bit of movement for the ribs. So you're going to come into your cow, heart forward. Take a little lean over to one side and then find your cat rounding through the spine to take your ribs over to the other side. And then come forward into your cow. So it's kind of like stirring your torso and your pelvis. Keep your sit bones heavy. There'll be a little bit of rocking in the pelvis. Just watch you not coming forward all the way and your bum's not lifting off the floor. Keeping that breathing, so exhaling to come back. Inhale to come forward. We've got two more in this direction. Last one here, keep it nice and easy, no tension in the face or the shoulders. And then we're going to take it the other way. So same breath, exhale to come back. Inhale to come forward. Kind of chill it out through the neck and the shoulders. Just really working into our waist. Two more here. Stirring that pot one more time. And then finding center, beautiful. Just sitting here for a moment, just letting everything settle. You can go feel the wheels up to side. Beautiful. We're going to reach up with the next inhale. Go for a twist to your right. Left hand will land on your thigh. Right hand lands behind you. Sit up nice and tall with your inhale. And then exhale, see if you can just twist a little bit more around to the right. If this doesn't feel good to twist more, just stay where you are and just exhale into that position that you're at. One more time in. As you exhale, keep your hand on your thigh, lift your right arm up and over and find a side bend. So using your left hand on your right thigh as a little anchor, try to keep pressing your right sit bone down to the floor, stretching out the right side of the body. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, just gently take a hold of your left ear with your right hand and go for a little neck stretch over to the right. With your left hand, if it feels fine here, just stay here. But if you would like to take a little bit more of a stretch into the neck, sweep your left arm out by your side, palm facing forward, drawing your left shoulder down. So getting a little bit of an extra stretch. You can take your hand behind your left ear and tuck your chin towards your right armpit, getting a little bit more of a stretch through the back of the neck. Taking one more breath. And then as you inhale, slowly lift the hands, reach up to the ceiling, inhale up. Exhale, let's twist the other way. So right hand to left thigh, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen. And either exhale, soften here, or soften into a slightly deeper rotation. Remember, no tension. Just breathe through it here. Taking one more breath. Stay for the exhale. On your next inhale, lift your left arm up and over. And as you exhale, find that side stretch. Maybe gently racking your left shoulder back. Making sure that your left sit bone stays heavy. One more breath. Beautiful, and then slowly lifting up, keeping your right hand where it is. Your left hand gently cups your right ear to take you into that little neck stretch on the other side. Keep drawing your right shoulder down. Maybe your right arm goes out by your side, just to gently open up through the right side of the neck a little more. Maybe taking your hand behind your ear to gently tuck your chin towards your armpit. Staying nice and soft, keeping it calm in the jaw, the neck, the forehead. Relax the shoulders. One more breath. And slowly reach it all the way to the ceiling. And hands down by your side. Beautiful. Spin yourself around into a 4-point kneeling position. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tucking your toes. If it doesn't feel good to have them tucked this whole time, that's fine, but it can be a nice little stretch for the toes here. We're going to go for a little shoulder retraction and protraction. So I want you to grip the mat with your fingertips, like you're sort of trying to grab or grasp onto the mat. And then let your chest sink towards the floor. Keep your shoulders straight, squeezing your shoulder blades back. And then start to push the floor away, separate your shoulder blades. Try not to round through your spine. Just try to separate the shoulders. And then inhale, let the chest sink to the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Push the floor away, shoulder blades separate. Just 2 more like that. Squeeze. And press. Squeeze. Woo. And press. Really nice. Beautiful. From here, keeping the toes tucked, hinge yourself back to like a little child's pose. You can reach the arms forward if you like. And then you're going to bring yourself forward. Press your hips forward. And then draw the belly in, send your bum back to your heels, finding your child's pose, Balasana. And then come forward, press your hips forward, roll the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, child's pose. One more time, let's bring it forward. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Send the hips back. This time we come forward, untuck the toes, melt yourself all the way down onto the floor, taking your hands off your mat. Making sure the toes are now untucked. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Go for an inhale as you lengthen through your spine to lift your chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, giving your bum a little squeeze so you can open through the hips. Exhale, lower. One more time, we'll inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, lower. Beautiful, hands come underneath your shoulders. Gently press yourself back to your child's pose. Roll yourself up. Sit off to one side. Your legs will come out in front. And then bend the knees. Feet planted to the floor. Hands behind you. And just get a little sway of the legs from side to side. So feet can be quite wide here. So just getting a little bit of internal and external rotation for the hips. A little bit of a twist through the waist. Beautiful. Next time you go to the left, hold it there. Sweep your right arm up. Press through your left hand and your right leg and lift your hips up off the floor. So both legs stay on the floor. It's like a little lifted pretzel. And then come down, take it to the other side. Knees sway to the right. Left arm lifts, hip lifts, and lower. One more to the left, and down, to the right, and down. Beautiful, sitting up nice and tall, planting the feet, reaching the arms out in front, making sure that you're staying nice and tall through the spine, so really draw your belly in towards your thighs. And then tuck your tailbone, scoop your belly, rolling down just a couple of inches, just tilting your pelvis. So tailbone tucks under, like your pubic bone's trying to come up towards your belly button, and then come all the way back up. Really scoop your belly, not rounding through the shoulders so much as really trying to find that C shape in the belly, in the spine. Come all the way up, just two more. Exhale to come back. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Beautiful, we're going to roll all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. And then lifting your legs in towards your chest. Go for a little rock from side to side. We'll start with stretching out the right hamstring. So left foot lands on the floor, take your right foot to the ceiling and just flex and point your toes. Maybe rolling the ankle, going one way then the other. Hug your knee in towards your chest. Extend your left leg long and just gently roll your right knee across your body. So just finding a little supine twist. You might like to start extending your right leg out. Maybe a little, maybe a lot, depending on where you're at today. See if you can wrap your chest back towards the ceiling, trying to keep your right shoulder heavy. Most importantly, you are breathing here, trying not to get tension where it's not required. Take one more breath. And slowly coming on up. Extend your leg to the ceiling one more time. And then if you can, float your left foot. Start to slowly switch your legs. Right leg long and then bend the knee, plant the foot. Draw that left leg in towards you, flexing and pointing the toes. Maybe circling your ankle. Remembering to go each way a couple of times. Beautiful. And start to draw your left knee in towards your chest. Extend your right leg long with your right hand. Guide your left knee across your body. So finding your twist here. Encourage your left shoulder to be heavy, chest racking open. Maybe your left leg extends out. Maybe it stays bent. Taking one more breath. And then folding back in, coming back onto your belly. Extend your left leg to the ceiling. Beautiful. And then float your right leg. Slowly start to switch your belly in to help lift and lower the legs with control. Beautiful. From here, lower your left foot to the floor. If you need a little bend in your knee, that's fine. If you need a little bend in both knees, of course, that is absolutely fine. Here, we're going to just go for a little bit of a crisscross. So you can take both arms to the ceiling. We'll reach up, lifting head and shoulders if that feels okay. Keep your spine nice and long, belly drawing in. Lower your right hand down by your hip and try to reach your left hand to your right ankle. Come back through center, both hands reach. Draw the belly in as your legs switch. Inhale here, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, lift up. Lower down. Beautiful. Switch the legs nice and slowly. This time we're going to stay on the right side. You're going to lift up, lower down. Keep that right leg lifted. We'll lift that left hand to the outer right leg and lower. Two more. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. We switch. Left leg up, right leg down. Same thing. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower. Three more. Exhale, up. And lower. Make sure you keep both legs quite engaged. Remember, you're curling up using your abdominals, not your jaw. One more time. Exhale it up. All the way down. Hug your knees to your chest. And then just start to rock and roll along your spine a couple of times. And we'll come all the way up and over, finding 4-point kneeling one more time. Tuck your toes. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Go for a little lift of the belly, spine nice and long. Push the floor away. Let's hover the knees with the exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just two more. Exhale, lift. Belly drawing in. And lower. Exhale, lift and hold. Start to lift your hips, straighten your knees. Finding your down dog. Let's pedal through the feet. Little stretch up the back of the hamstrings. Let's go for two more. And then find stillness here. Press your heels to the mat. Can you draw the belly in? Press your chest towards your thighs. Shoulders slide away from your ears. Take an inhale. Lift your heels. Scoop your belly as you ripple forward to find your plank. And then exhale. Lift your hips high. Press your heels down for your down dog. Two more like that. Ripple forward. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lift your hips. One more full round in to your plank. Exhale out, down dog. This time we ripple forward, finding plank. You're welcome to drop your knees here or come all the way down through chaturanga until you hit the deck, hit the floor. Beautiful. All right. So hands will stay under your shoulders here, lengthen through your spine, press your knees, or not your knees, press your feet into the floor. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bum. Inhale, let's lift the chest. Pull your elbows back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time as you inhale and lift, maybe lift your hands, really squeeze your shoulder blades back. Exhale, lower. Two more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Take your right hand out, directly out from your shoulder. Bend your left knee and roll yourself onto your right side. So here, finding a little shoulder stretch. Allowing that right shoulder to open, squeezing your shoulder blades together, just to make it a little bit more active. Now, if this hip lifting is kind of getting the icky in your lower back, bend your bottom knee and just stack your knees on top of each other. You'll still get the shoulder stretch. Take one more breath. And slowly rolling back onto your belly and just switching it to the other side. Left arm long, bend the right knee to come up and over onto your side. Remembering that both knees can bend if that feels better on your lower back. Squeezing the shoulder blades a little, maybe making it a little more active to open the front of your left shoulder. Take one more breath. And slowly coming back onto your belly. Oh, I should have worn a hair tie today. All right, let's press ourselves up and back. Find a child's pose very quickly here. And then we'll lift up, finding our down dog. Go for a little pedal of the feet. Finding stillness here, taking an inhale. Exhale, sigh out the breath. One more time, inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, take your right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open your hips, squeezing your heel to your bum. Make sure your chest stays square to the floor. And then extend your right leg, pull your right knee in towards your chest, coming in for a tiger curl, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, cross your knee over towards your left elbow and sweep it back. Right knee, right elbow. Sweep it back. And then right knee comes into the chest, scoop the belly, and then plant your foot between your hands. Let's drop the back knee down. Keep the toes tucked as you lift your hands and chest up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up out of your lunge. Exhale, as you go a little deeper into your lunge, twist to your right. If you're joining me today and you're pregnant, I want you to take an external or an open twist. So twisting the other way. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, coming out of that lunge a little. Exhale, twist. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, twist. Beautiful, and then flip your front palm. Reverse the shape, painting the ceiling with your left hand. If you are pregnant here, you can do the same thing. You're lifting your right hand. Taking one more breath. Keep squeezing your left butt cheek. And then windmill your hands to the floor. And then taking your half split. So flexing your right toes, sending your bottom back. So you might need to adjust your stance here so that your hip stays over your knee. And then maybe coming out of that a little bit, lifting the chest, bending the knee. Exhale, straighten the knee, fold a little deeper from the hips. One more time, inhale. Exhale here. Now you can stay here. Otherwise, coming for a little bit more of a twist. This is a twisty session today. Left hand down, right arm reaches to the ceiling. So you're twisting into your split. Again, if you're pregnant, taking the open version. If you're not pregnant and this one feels better, go this way, that's totally fine as well. If you're twisting into that closed twist, so you're twisting to the right, try to plug your right hip down, watch your hip isn't hiking up to the side. Peel that right pinky toe back. Really feeling that stretch at the back of the leg. Wrap your chest open. One more breath. Beautiful, and then bring that right hand down to the floor. You might need to, again, readjust your stance. squeeze your left butt cheek to lift your left knee off the floor. Inhale, lift yourself up to your crescent lunge. Again, same thing with the twist. If you're pregnant, go to the left. Otherwise, everyone else is going to the right. Circling the arms around to reach to the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Circle the arms up. One more time. Exhale, twist. Circle the arms up, holding here. And then exhale, start to fold forward. So kind of coming through arrowhead. Your hands will land on the floor, almost coming into runner's lunge. And then straighten your front knee to find pyramid. You may need to shorten your stance a little. If you're pregnant, you may need to take a wider stance. So just heel toe your feet out a little bit wider to the side of your mat. But so we're still trying to plug the hips forward. So watch you're not twisting through your pelvis. Now, if you're happy here in pyramid, totally fine. I want you to press that back heel down if it's pressing down. If you're going for a bit more of a balance, your left heel is lifted, keep lifting it. Hips are lifting tall, keep pulling your right hip back. And if you would like to come with me into a little twist, your right arm lifts up, wrapping your chest around, nothing else changing in the lower body. Take one more breath. And then slowly lower your right hand to the floor. Step your foot back if you stepped it in. Taking a breath here in your runner's lunge. And then exhale, lifting up and opening to your warrior two. So left heel plants down, back foot is parallel to the back of the floor. Then we'll inhale, reach forward slightly, flip your front palm. Reverse the shape and straighten your front knee. So reversing your triangle. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, come back to your T. Keep your legs straight as you lean forward. Exhale, tilt into your triangle pose. So hips go back, chest reaching forward, spine nice and long. Now if you're really feeling the twistiness today, you can try revolving your triangle. So left hand will come down, right arm reaches up. Just watch you're not sticking your bum back too much. Strong through the legs. Wrap your chest open. Keep drawing your belly in. One more breath. And then slowly come back to your triangle. Bend into your knee to lift up to warrior. Reversing your warrior here. Keep your front knee bent. And then coming down with your hands inside your right foot. Just very gently walk yourself around to the side of your mat. So finding a wide-legged forward fold. Take your hands maybe to your ankles. Your hands can stay on the floor if you like. We'll take an inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, fold down. Just let your head hang, maybe taking ragdoll, opposite hand holding the elbow. One more breath. And then hands come back to the floor. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat. So framing your right foot, plant your hands, step your foot back, finding a plank. And you might want to come down through a flow, either bending your knees or coming down through chaturanga, pressing your chest through to up dog. And then lifting your hips to down facing dog. Little pedal of the feet. And then take your left foot to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Chest square to the floor, press that left shoulder down. And then knee comes into chest. Tiger curl, shoulders over wrists. Sweep it back. Cross it over, left knee, right elbow. Take it back. Left knee, left elbow. Take it back. Bring that knee into the chest. Plant your foot down. Lower your back knee. Keep the toes tucked as you lift your chest, lift your arms to find your low lunge. Inhale here, lifting up out of your lunge. And then exhale, you're twisting, either closed twist or open twist. Arms reaching wide into that T. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, twist and lunge. Inhale, stretch up. One more time. Lunge, holding here. Flip your palm and open into that little back bend. Just taking a couple of breaths here, lifting up out of your lower back. Keep squeezing your right butt cheek. And then the hands windmill down to frame your left foot. Inhale, puff the chest forward. Exhale, find your half split. So again, adjusting the stance slightly so your hips can stay over your knee. Peel your toes back. Let's inhale, maybe bend the knee a little, puff the chest forward. Exhale, fold and straighten that knee. One more time. Inhale, puff it forward. Exhale, find your split. Maybe you're holding here, drawing the hip down and back. Peel those pinky toes back towards your knee. Maybe going for your open twist. Right arm reaching. Maybe go for your closed twist. Left arm reaching. Watching this hip doesn't twist open. Keep your hip crease pulling down and back. Peel your toes back towards your knee. Keep it cool. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then slowly hand to floor. Bend your knee. Reshuffle the feet if you need to. And then lift your back knee. Puff the chest forward to find your runner's lunge. And then lifting up into your high lunge. Beautiful. We inhale here, lift up. Maybe even straighten the knee a little. And then exhale, twist. Either to the left or the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist and hold. Flip and reverse. Opening through your right side. And then exhale, windmill your hands all the way down, finding your pyramid. So straighten through your back knee, puff your chest forward, inhaling here, and then exhale, lift your hips, straighten your front knee. So both legs nice and strong. Maybe you keep your back heel lifted, maybe you step it in to press your heel to the floor. Try to square your hips off. Watch your left hip isn't coming forward. You'll find a lot more balance if you can square off your pelvis. Beautiful. Maybe going for a little halfway lift here in your pyramid. Exhale, maybe folding a little deeper, drawing the belly in. Maybe staying here with the breath. Maybe finding a little twist in your pyramid. Just taking a couple of breaths here. One more breath. And then bringing your hand back to the floor, opening back your stance. And then lifting up, open to your warrior two. Holding here, bend into your left knee. Press through the outer blade of your right foot. Back heel is down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let's flip that front palm, inhale. Exhale, reverse, straighten your front knee. Finding a reversed triangle. Keep your front knee straight as you come back to a T shape in the arms. Inhale, reach forward, send your hips back. Exhale, fold into your triangle. So right arm is reaching to the ceiling. Hips staying nice and open, squeezing your bum, strong through your legs. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And then maybe taking an inhale to lengthen. Exhale to wrap your chest. Maybe reversing your triangle here. Try not to send your bum back. Try to keep your hips open. It's super awkward. It's a nice one to try, just for the fun of it. And then come back to your triangle. Feel your hips open again. Bend into your knees, you come up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, keep your knee bent. And then windmilling your hands down to the inside of your left hand. Lifting your back heel just for a moment. And then walk the hands back around to find your wide-legged forward fold. Here we'll take a little twist. So grabbing onto your ankles, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, take your right hand to your left ankle, reach your left arm to the ceiling. Try to square off your hips. So watch you're not lifting your left hip here. You want to try and keep both hips nice and square. Maybe taking a bind, wrapping your left shoulder back. Take one more breath. And then unwrap, walk the hands back and around to the right. So left hand to right leg or right ankle. Lift your right arm to the ceiling. Maybe bind it. Again, trying to square off your hips. So just noticing if your right hip is a little bit higher. Press through your left foot a little more. Take one more breath. And then hands come to the floor underneath you. Walk back to the top of your mat. Find your runner's lunge, puff the chest forward. Exhale, step your foot back, find your plank. Inhale, bring your weight forward, bend your elbows. Come down through chaturanga to your up dog. And then lift your hips, finding down dog. Taking a breath here, inhale. Exhale, side out. And then bend your knees, take them nice and wide. Find your child's pose. Take a breath here. And then slowly lifting yourself up. Taking your feet out from underneath you. Legs come out in front. You're going to bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Bring your right knee to bend in front of you. So you're just pulling your right foot in towards your bum. Take a hold of the outer blade of your left foot. Reach your left arm up and wrap your left hand around behind you here. And if you're pregnant, I suggest not doing this one. You can just come into a wide-legged forward fold, or you can just come into a resting position for this one. Otherwise, you're going to press through your hand like a little kickstand. Lift through the belly, lift through the spine. Start to gently lift that left leg out. You can straighten the knee any amount. Might be all the way straight, might be a little soften. Here, I want you to think of wrapping your chest around. Start to lift that left leg a little bit higher. Beautiful. So just pulling the chest around towards that lifted leg. Taking one more breath. Watch you're not leaning into the torso here. Keep the torso lifted. Slowly start to lower your leg all the way to the floor. Pull your right foot out so your right foot's against your thigh. Take a nice big stretch up, looking towards your right knee. Bring your left hand to your right thigh. And then go for a little side stretch towards your left foot. Try to look underneath your armpit, wrap your shoulder open. One more breath. And as you lift up, right hand lands behind you, left arm reaches up, and we go into our stargazer. One more breath. And slowly releasing all the way down. Both feet out in front. Take your hands behind you, fingers out to the side. We come into reverse tabletop. So just squeeze your bum, press yourself up to open your hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades to open the chest. Belly drawing in. And release all the way down. Beautiful. So this time, left foot comes in underneath your right butt cheek. Pull your right foot in, nice and close. Reach your right arm up and around. Take your left foot with, your right foot with your left hand. And then start to extend that right leg out as you twist the chest around. So sitting up nice and tall, kind of pushing into that right arm so that you don't start to sink back. super tall on those sit bones. Lifting that leg a little higher if you can. Take one more breath. And release. Right leg out in front. Taking your chest towards your left thigh. Right arm comes to left thigh, left arm reaches up. Inhale to lift. Exhale, find that side stretch. So again, wrapping your shoulder back, trying to look underneath your armpit. You can flex the toes of the right foot. Getting a beautiful side stretch for the left side of the body. Take one more breath. And then lifting up, hand to the floor, lift the hips, opening the body. And then exhale, coming all the way down. Beautiful. From here, come all the way down onto your belly, and not onto your belly, onto your back. Extend your legs long. Reach your hands up overhead. Just shuffle your bum over to the right. Cross your left ankle over your right ankle. And then grab your right hand with your left wrist. Take a nice big inhale, feel yourself stretching up. And then as you exhale, go for a little bend of the upper body over to the left. Gently pulling your right arm with your left hand. Anchoring your right leg down with your left ankle. Pressing your hips over to the right. Taking one more breath. And releasing out. Separate the legs, separate the arms. Shift your bum over to the left. This time right ankle on left ankle. Right hand takes right wrist, left wrist. Inhale, stretch. And then exhale. Find that side bend. So really feel like you're trying to press your hips over to the left. Reaching long through the arms. One more breath. And release. Come back through center. Shuffle your bum back to the middle of your mat. Hug your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg long. And gently guide your right leg across to your left. Finding a little supine twist. Again, you may like to extend your right leg out. Maybe you've got the space in your hamstrings now to take a hold of your big toe with your left hand. Feeling that right shoulder get nice and heavy on the floor. Can you reconnect to your breath? Breathing into your belly, even in these twisted shapes. Allowing your exhale to soften you and ground you down. Just staying for 2 more breaths. And then slowly bend your knee, come all the way back in. Send your right leg long out in front of you, left knee to chest, and just guide your knee across your body. Finding that twist. And then maybe finding the space to extend your left leg out, holding onto your big toe perhaps. Softening here into your twist. Remembering to be kind and patient to yourself here in this position. Noticing what comes up just allow yourself to be present. Just be here in this shape, knowing that it's not going to last forever. Just 2 more breaths. And slowly bend your knee, coming onto your back. Hug both knees into your chest here. Go for a little rock from side to side. And then to finish, you've got a few options. You can just take your legs up the wall, so just legs to ceiling. You might like to come into shoulder stand, so lifting your hips up, supporting your hips with your hands, taking your toes to the ceiling, trying to bring your hips nice and high. Just watching, if you've got any neck issues here, don't do this one. And then same goes if you want to go for plow, flex your feet, draw the belly in, take your toes down behind your head, still supporting your hips with your hands. Pressing through the backs of the arms, pressing the back of the head gently into the floor. So whichever option you are taking, breathing, supported and soft. Just taking a few more breaths wherever you are. And if you're in your plow or your shoulder stand, very slowly starting to release. We'll all meet with feet long on the floor, hands by your side, maybe hands to belly or ribs. Keeping the eyes closed down. Coming in for your Shavasana. So just starting to bring your awareness back solely to your breath. Coming back to that tidal energy of the breath flowing in and out. Maybe coming back to that glowing warm ball of light at your solar plexus. Feeling it glow a little brighter as you inhale. And feel it starting to spread through the body on your exhale. I'm going to leave you here in a couple of minutes of silence, allowing yourself to keep your attention, your concentration on your breath, on that ball of light. Just a couple of moments here, just for you. Remembering that that ball of light, that energy, that's where you're giving from. Remembering that that energy is yours to fuel you. And as long as that energy, that light is burning bright, is nourished and maintained, you will be able to be of service to others whenever you need to be or wish to be. It is yours to choose to do with what you will. And remembering that everyone has that same space within them. Remembering that it's okay to tend to yours first. When you're ready, you can start to wiggle the body, maybe the fingers and toes, little gentle rock of the head from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can come on up to a comfortable seat. You can have your hands at your belly, you can have one hand at your heart. I like to bring both hands into prayer at heart center. I'm just taking a moment of gratitude here to acknowledge your practice and thank yourself for taking the time to move your body, connect with a deeper part of yourself perhaps as we moved through this practice together today. Thank you so much for joining me for this Manifest and Move for September. Hopefully I will see you next month for our October Release and Flow. Otherwise, if you want to replay this over the next few days, please feel free. It will be up until Sunday the 20th, so you can enjoy it until then. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.